Hello, and thank you for watching another episode of Redbeard Shaves. Today is going to cover a special release that actually drops today, which I will release this video today. And this is a wonderful collaboration between the Gentleman's Nod, the Razor Company, and BBS Live. And it's called Bluegrass Muse. And I'm not sure if you can tell by the label, but the copper mug and the Bluegrass Muse writing is actually in metallic. And this was something that I reached out to Chris after I'd gotten my Juniper Reverie, and I said, hey, I want to see if I can purchase this from you before the release to do a special release video. And Chris was kind enough that he actually sent me a set. So I did not pay for this set, just to be transparent to everybody out there. I did try a little sample of EDP, which was actually a lower percentage than the actual EDP will be. But I've known Chris long enough, and he trusts me that I'm going to give an honest review still. So even though I reviewed this for free, you guys are getting it here raw. This is my first shave using this while I have smelled the fragrance at a lower percentage EDP. I have absolutely loved it. Been a big fan of Chris from the Razor Company for a very long time. I met him back in 2019 at Big Shaves West, when they were a few months into their release of opening their shop. I've also been a big fan of the Razor Company, have a few videos on their website. And then BBS, I mean, Nate and Mel are just great, energetic, bring good energy to the community. I unfortunately miss a lot of their shows because they land on the night that I work. But I know Mel loves Buffalo Trace, and then Nate recently has really started gravitating towards Maker's Mark. What a lot of you guys don't know is that in my pre-shave routine, usually I have a little dabble of bourbon. So in Nate's honor, I did a bottle kill of Maker's Mark 101, which is a really good bourbon. I'm not a huge fan of the regular Maker's Mark, but having the higher proof point really brings those flavors to light, and I really enjoy the 101. And then I have a couple of Maker's Mark's special releases. So I have for about the last year and a half to 2 years dabbled in bourbon collecting. Nowhere near what I'm at for soaps. But let's get this shave started. I hope you guys are all doing well. Wearing my Gentleman's Nod shirt today. And this will be releasing today at 12:30 Central Standard Time. It'll be available on the Gentleman's Nod website and the Razor Company's website. If you go to the Gentleman Nod website, there's, I believe, 5 special edition Trotter brushes that are also being released. So check those out. Hey, I didn't go through the rest of my shave. So this is a Bobby Moffett Sawdust Creations Studio Brush that I whipped up the lather. And then with the Copper Mule mug, I'm using my carbon razor with a fresh Wizamet blade loaded within that. So now I can get back to the rest of the shave. Yeah, when I received my Juniper Reverie, I received a sample of another EDP that just said Sweet Things, and instantly off of spraying it on my wrist and smelling it, I got this gorgeous lime accord followed by a really nice boozy woodiness. So I instantly reached out to Chris and I was like, hey, my nose has been kind of broken lately. Am I getting scent notes right? He said I was along the right path. If you guys haven't spoken with Chris, like, he's probably one of the best noses in the market. He originally worked at Art of Shaving, and then he was a bartender for many years, but he really has a fantastic nose. So, and he's been showing that in his work with the perfumery house that he's been working with, through the fragrance house he's been working with. He goes through a lot of different samples of fragrances that he has a vision for, and picks out what he really enjoys to make the fragrance come together. And he's really coming out with some just awesome scents for this year. I think what really hit him on the map was Musashi, but this is a wonderful summertime accord. It is inspired by deconstructing a Kentucky mule. So, scent notes within this are kaffir lime, rum, ginger, coriander, muddled mint, a bourbon accord, cardamom, coffee, oak barrel, vanilla bourbon, benzoin, and vetiver. And just coming off of a dry puck, I get the lime, a little bit of like a boozy sweetness. It doesn't overpower the fragrance. And then this really nice woody accord. And it is a fantastic fragrance. This is offered in the C4 Plus base, which is super easy to lather, has an excellent water threshold. And as I've said in my last video, I'm really getting picky with the artisans that I keep in my den. I'm really thinning down my software and getting down to artisans that hit on all levels. So cushion, slickness, residual slickness, and I've really been focused lately on post-shave. And Gentleman's Nod hits me on all of those accounts, especially on the post-shave. Like, my skin feels so silky soft, and I don't get any irritation from the lather or the fragrance oils at all. And it's just really a pleasure to shave with. And so Gentleman's Nod is one of those that is going to stay in my den. Now, with that being said, Gentleman's Nod is, at least in my opinion, known for really bold, powerful fragrances. So I'm not able to use them as much as I would like to. So most of the time they are reserved for days off, because I just don't want to create any sort of breathing reactions at my work, being a respiratory therapist. But I really enjoy that Chris is willing to step out and be one of those artisans that puts out a stronger fragrance. Some of the artisans that I killed from my den are just because they're too mild. Like the scent wears off too soon. So, excellent glide, excellent slickness, excellent residual slickness. I guess this collaboration has been in the works for a year, and they finally got it the way that they wanted it, and I'm really pleased with it. I don't typically gravitate, I mean, this is classified as a woody aromatic. With the bourbon accord, I kind of also consider it a gourmand, which I don't typically gravitate to. But the way that this was put together, I really, really enjoy it. So, very, very nice collaboration. The Trotter Handcrafts brushes are beautiful, and they kind of match the trees and the grass. So it's kind of that, I would kind of call it teal or deep green color accord. And they're really, really nice brushes. I think 3 of them are being released in Trotter's T1, which I love. And 2 of them are being released in a G5, GC5 synthetic. So for you synth heads, there is an option out there. Although I would encourage you to try a T1, because that badger knot is way softer and much more luxurious than any synthetic I've tried. Granted, I know that I'm biased towards badger knots, but really, really lovely shave. I would call it medium to medium high off of the puck. It stays that way throughout the shave and while lathering. And I really appreciate that the top note of the Kaffir lime, if I'm saying that correct, just molds really well with the spiciness of the rum and the cardamom, and mixes wonderfully with the woods accord that's put on there. And it really is a crowd-pleasing scent. Like, don't be afraid by thinking that it's a bourbon scent or mimicked after a drink, that it's overpoweringly boozy. I don't get that. I get that the booziness just kind of folds in really nice with the other scented notes and creates a lovely fragrance. It won't leave you smelling like you just left a bar. The aftershave, which I will use at the end of this second pass, does have a synthetic cooling agent, just like Musashi and Jackie. So be aware of that. It is a synthetic cooling agent, so it's not going to burn your eyes like menthol does. It'll just give you a nice refreshing coolness, which is perfect for summer days as the heat is increasing, which it's doing here in Oregon. It went from like high 40s, low 50s to in the mornings to mid 80s in the afternoon. So pretty significant temperature swing. But man, such a pleasurable shave. The carbon copper. This is the standard plate, which is my preferred plate. It's just mowing down a couple days worth of growth wonderfully. I did today shave my neck before the video, and I've been playing around with the Feather Artist Club. The Schick P30 has kind of been my go-to in the IBC razor, and I think it's getting close to needing changed because I had a few weepers today with that blade. But this dome shave is going flawlessly. Really, really nice. So, if I didn't already mention it, It will be available on Gentlemans Nod's site, which I'll post below, and also at the razor company, which I will list in the description below. If you're on Instagram, make sure to share your shave of the days with all three of the collaborators, meaning Gentleman's Nod, the razor company, and BBS Live. I know that Nate and Mel would love to see your guys' shave of the days and support of them in this collaboration. And the C4 base, if you guys haven't tried it, man, it really is something special. It's a top tier base. Like I said, it hits on all of the marks. Gives such a wonderful post-shave feel. Like, my skin already just feels amazing, and it will last through the day and the night. I don't get any tight feeling or irritation with that. Give a little shake. Do have the matching splash, which is also reflective, metallic reflective in the wording and the mug. And thank you again, Chris, for sending this to me. I offered to pay him, and he just went ahead, and next thing you know, I got a notification that it was coming in the mail. So it was really, really kind of him. And I would say that the aftershave matches the soap quite lovely. What I really like is just how the lime kind of blends with the woods. Like, I'm a fan of lime over lemon myself, but most soaps that I've gotten that are lime forward just kind of fall flat. They're, not blended creatively with other scents. So this is really a treat. Really, really nice shave. Hope you guys all enjoyed watching this. I know it's a little bit of a longer video for me. Remember to do something kind for somebody out there. It doesn't cost anything and can mean a world of difference. And until the next video, this is Redbeard out. Take care and have a great day. Bye.